Hey guys, I am cranking out another video. I have a Pinterest board and it is Kathy Case or Spectacular Creations, something to that effect. I don't even remember, but I posted a pin using the Over the Moon stamp set, and it is extremely popular, so I thought I would showcase it on a video. So it is in the annual catalog on page 32, and it's called Over the Moon. It is the cutest cows I have ever seen in my life. So we are going to make 2 cards. Kind of a masculine card, but we're going to do it in blue, and we're going to do a red Fenneman card. That word's hard to say. So let's get started. What you will need, and oh, these cards are going to be birthday cards. What you will need is just a plain piece of printer paper. Stamp sets I'm going to use are Over the Moon. Let me see if I can get that glare off of here a little bit. Over the Moon. The Buffalo Check background stamp. And a Happy Birthday stamp set. And I'm not sure if that one carried over. We're going to look and see right now. It is called Stylized Birthday. It did not. So you're just going to have to use whatever birthday stamp that you like. I got this last year. I have used this one a lot. I love the font that it has, that they've made this with. So I'm going to use that one. You will need a piece of cardstock, and I went ahead and cut my card base 8.5 by 11, cut at what is that cut at? 5.5, and then I just fold it. I use my board and fold it, and use my foam folder to get a nice good crease. And this is not a navy. And then our red one is 8.5 by 11, cut in half, and then folded right down the middle in real red. Ink pads we're going to use are Night of Navy and real red. And you will need two pieces of Whisper White, which are 5 by 3.25. You'll need one of those, but I'm doing 2 cards, so went ahead and cut my 2 pieces. And then to stamp our cows on, I've got 2 more pieces of Whisper White, and they are 4 by 3. So let's start by, oh, and you'll need some Whisper White for the inside as well. And I cut those at, cut my light back on so I can see my marks. I cut those at 5.25 by 4 for the inside. 5.25 by 4. It's raining here, so you might hear the rain in the background. My dishwasher's going. My wash machine is going, so I hope y'all can hear me good. So let's get our inside happy birthday stamped. I think we're going to do one landscape and one portrait. So we're going to do the inside first, which is the happy birthday, so we can get some of this out of the way. So that's for the red card. And we're going to use our Stampin' Scrub, which the blue is darker. You could not clean it if you wanted to, but you run the risk of contaminating your ink pads if you don't. You can always go light to dark. So I use my grid paper to line up my sentiment. Oh, and we're also going to use some Stampin' blends to color our cows. I make lots of birthday cards, so this particular stamp stays on my desk because I use it a lot. And now we're going to do our buffalo check. And this comes in two different ways. It comes in the photopolymer, or it comes in the red rubber, and you can mount it on a wood block. So what I do, let's do the blue one first, is ink up my stamp. Make sure we got real good coverage. And then I lay my cardstock on the stamp, real careful. And I take my printer paper and I just rub the printer paper to get a good press on my stamp. Make sure you rub the corners. And then I tilt it to the side, and there's our buffalo check background. So the next thing I'm going to do is clean my stamp. And the neat thing about the Stampin' Scrub, you could use the chamois. I have it, but it dries out a lot, and I'm lazy. I don't get up and go wet it. So this has a wet side and a dry side. So I just kind of twist it. Probably need some cleaner on it. They have the Stampin' Mist. And you just mist the wet side. It smells good too. And you clean your stamp. And then you just dry it on the dry side. We'll set this one aside to dry. And then we'll use our real red. Now these are the new stamp pads, and the easy way to open them is just take your thumbs and press, and it pops it open. It's like a compact, and you just slide it. And I'm going to ink this stamp up. and do the same thing. And I try to get in the good habit of closing my ink pad so we don't get it everywhere. So you just lay your cardstock down on your stamp. Again, take your printer paper and do some good smoothing. And we're done with the printer paper. Tilt your stamp set up, and there is our real red background. And we're going to clean this again and put it away. Now we're going to take our 3x4 stamp cardstock and do our stamping. So when you're using the Stampin' Blends, you want to use your Memento Tuxedo Black ink because it won't smear when you're using your Stampin' Blends. So we're going to use Party Till the Cows Come Home. And it's this little stamp set right here. And we're going to put him down in the corner. And then we're going to use our cow that's by himself. And the cow that's holding the flower. My ink pad is a little dry, so that's why I'm really stamping it. So we're going to do this one. And then we're going to do some coloring. I think I want to put, I really don't want them to look like they're suspended. So it comes with this cute little grass. And I think I'm going to use some Granny Apple Green to stamp the grass. forgot my other one. And I think we're going to do some dark spots on our cow. You could do some shading, but since this is such a whimsical set, I really don't think shading is necessary. Get his little hair. And do his little hooves. And I'll show you a trick. If you color the little hooves, it takes the detail out. But I'll show you how we can fix that. We got to let it dry first, so we'll move on. We'll come back to that. But we're going to make this cow with some black. You got to be real careful and don't go all the way to the edge, because these are alcohol markers and they will bleed out around your lines. So if you get close, they eventually fill themselves in. And the hair. You can also use the Stampin' Right markers on these small areas. They work too. Okay, now to show you how I do these hooves is I take my little jelly roll pen and I just draw the separation, if that makes sense. Oh, we didn't color that one. We just draw back the little toe marks with our Jelly Roll pen. So while that's drying, we'll do their little faces. And I am using light crumb cake. And this one's little horns. And now we're going to use some dark pink Pirouette. I think this is a discontinued color, but I use it. And I see a tail that I didn't use, that I didn't color. Sorry, this is taking a lot of time doing two, and I didn't color the faces. So if you wanted to fast forward through this coloring process, you could. Won't hurt my feelings none. But I don't know, I watch a lot of coloring videos and watercolor, people doing watercolor. I don't know, I find watching somebody else color and watercolor therapeutic for some reason. It's probably weird, but so I think our little cows are done. We're going to use dark Call Me Clover for the leaves on this flower. And let's see. This is Dark Lovely Lipstick. Color the center with the dark. and the boots. Let's do boots in light cherry cobbler. So there's our little colored card fronts. So what we're going to do is start putting the card together. So we're going to do some snail and attach our buffalo check piece. I guess it don't really matter right now. And then our red centerpiece, so we know how our card is going to be. We're going to attach with snail, or you could use liquid glue. I've done it both ways. Just center it, put it in. Okay, and he is going to fit here. And this one is going to be there. And we are going to pop them up on Stampin' Dimensionals. And I think 5 would be okay for each card. So if you like my videos, please share the video, like and subscribe, and hit the bell so you will get notified when I post another video. So take the backers off. And if you see any of these products, you're a card maker and you're not familiar with Stampin' Up, if you go to my online store, which I'll post the link in the description, and you can order from my website. If you place an order, I do send catalogs to people who place an order with me when a new catalog comes out. So that's that so far. Now we're going to add, I think, a piece of ribbon to here. And I have some gingham check ribbon. And we're going to use about, this is 7 inches. And I just cut it. And we're just going to tie a knot. Somewhere in the middle. Not very tight because we kind of want it to look really pretty. And we're going to use a glue dot and place it. And just trim up our ends a little bit. So there's the blue happy birthday card. Now I have, whoops, a piece of red that had already tied in a bow. And we can put this down here. And it's a pretty thick bow, so I'm going to use 2 glue dots on this one. And just center the bow and trim up my long pieces and make them a little bit shorter. And then you can fuss with your bow a little bit and make it fluffy. So there you have it. Our over the moon birthday cards. Party till the cows come home. And I'm on several social media sites. If you want to follow me, I have Facebook, Kathy K, Stampin' with Kathy. I have a YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe and share. Instagram, Pinterest, I got it all. So you just got to hunt me down and look and see what I'm doing. I appreciate y'all's time and thank you for watching my video, and I hope y'all have a great day.